Welcome back to Black Girls Do Reviews. Bah, 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 bah. We are back with another episode. We got a lot this week. I feel like this week is an explosive week.
The Bravo verse is in shambles.
I mean, it's just crumbles remain. That's it. Like I let's just get right into it. Karen Huger.
Wait.
Okay,
Are
okay.
we starting from Karen?
Please, because it's at the top of my mind. I can't not talk about it. Because, okay, so in all fairness, you and I haven't talked to each other about it.
We
Because we
have
wanted
it.
to save it to talk about here. But of course, it's all over TikTok, all over Instagram, on Twitter, like it's X, whatever. But it's everywhere right now. And I have just been like, like I
Okay, let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
I I team Karen, have always been team Karen, have loved that lady from like the very beginning.
Oh, I'm scared.
Those clips, I- how do you be a Karen Huger soldier as she wants when you're watching that? And I just felt like number one, we don't black out when we get drunk no more. Like what that lady,
Stop.
why were you awake that whole time? Like she never passed out. And I don't understand. Like we have had a wild night or two. That the car ride when you have the driver in the car, like you sleep. Like
She slept and she hit the thing.
and now she's up for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
Like
now she's up. She's frazzled.
I was literally like, why are you even talking to the cop, on the car ride? Why are you even talking to him? And she's like, oh, I'm the grand dame. I don't even know what that means. And Thomas
Ex
Jefferson.
Andy Cohen.
I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine and I bought a plantation. Go to sleep. Go to bed. I I I was like literally sitting there like this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. It's embarrassing if nothing else. Like ouch. And that's the first of my thoughts. I have more, but I'll let you go.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I am such an outlier right now
Okay.
because, first of all, there was nothing that Karen said on any of these episodes that made me think like, oh, this is like this DUI isn't like I didn't have expectations based off of what she was saying about the DUI situation. Like I literally was going into this or not even expecting the that the body cam footage to be revealed, but I had no expectations of how she was. I just know like it was a DUI. I can only imagine like what that looks like, right? But I feel like an outlier because I thought it was funny. Like I don't have people are like, oh my God, I got secondhand embarrassment. I don't have secondhand embarrassment at all. I'm not embarrassed. I do think it's like, ooh, I've had one of them nights. Saying those things, maybe not, but I've been drunk out of my mind like that before. Um, but I also still don't feel any less of a fan of hers than like what I did before. I, Stuff happens, and my girl just had a few couple of drinks. I genuinely don't know. I'm more curious about like who were you with?
Mm,
Bartender,
mhm,
friend, who was it that
mhm.
allowed you to get in the car
Facts.
and drive off?
Yeah.
Because you were not okay. You
Mhm,
were not okay.
mhm.
Like, I think that's what it is for me. I don't feel any like I think the videos are ridiculous. Don't get it like she deserves the guilty plea. Don't get it twisted. My girl was drunk out her ass, but I don't feel any way about it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I'm just so disconnected to her because I'm like, you just on TV, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
I feel like I can't stand up for her. Like if the girls come for her neck and they do all they do,
Oh
like
yeah, 100%.
ain't nothing I can say, Karen. Because she'd love to be like, "Are you with me or are you against me?" And it's like, right is right and wrong is wrong. You was toe up from the flow up. Like you were really gone. And
Hmm.
so you're gonna have to just whatever the girls give you, that's it, you know. And I almost wish the girls would have like saved going so hard on her this season for next season because
It's gonna feel more tired next season.
yes, exactly.
We've already experienced it and nobody even knew what it was or what it
Exactly.
so
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Like it's gonna feel like y'all
we
already
saw this
did
already.
it. Yeah, like y'all
Saw this
already
for a whole
pressing
season.
her. Now we've all seen it. We know the result of it. So now if y'all press her again, it's like y'all already tried this. Like Mia went too hard on it so soon.
Yeah.
That now, like, if y'all go hard on it, like, okay, whatever. I also thought it was interesting to see Ray in those videos because so maybe she was so drunk she don't remember, but Ray was really showing up for her. Like
He
him
did.
coming out with his little hat on and like, I don't want her speaking right now, and trying to like come in and do like rectify the situation as much as he
Mhm.
could. For her to have that scene later on, like I feel like you're not supportive or you weren't supportive or something, like not too much on Ray because Ray want to be retired in Florida and you doing a lot, and
And
now he's getting up in the middle of the night to a crime scene, you know,
mhm.
you getting arrested. Like let's take it a little easy. But I thought the way he showed up for her, like Karen, you need to give that man a little bit more, like,
Yeah.
not too much on
He
him.
was really trying his hardest not to get that girl in trouble.
Oh my
And she
God.
was trying to skate off as much as she possibly could. Like she was like, I feel like at one point she said, okay, we can go home now or something like
Mhm.
that, or let's go.
She was like,
And
Ray,
then,
are you
no,
good?
you can't leave. They were like, you can't leave, ma'am. This is
Like, what did she I think she thought she was on the show too at some point. Like she thought they were producers or something. She was like, no, like, I'm not gonna talk, or you could talk to him and stuff. And they're like,
yeah.
ma'am, like,
But I think she was also saying that because she knew she was going to get herself in trouble the more she spoke, which is why Ray eventually was like, "Oh, babe, you only had like a couple of beers, right?" And she's like, "Yeah,
yeah.
a couple of beers. Yeah,
I
couple."
don't I just have never seen somebody talk that much, I guess. Like she was just chatty, 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 chatty. Go to bed. Go to bed. Like what are you and I think you make a valid point. Like, was this a girls' night out? Was this a date? Was this a like what? Why were you driving by yourself even? Like
Mhm.
what's the story of where you were at beforehand? And now like got home and got in this accident or whatever, because the only thing we know is that she was on the phone with the cousin when it
Mhm.
happened and he heard the accident. And I don't know if that's like a call talk on the phone to somebody till you make it home type thing, but like was he out with her before,
Mhm.
or I just wonder what now I want to know like the story, and I what's gonna hold Karen back from sharing now, like girl, you guilty. Okay, case
Um,
closed. So tell us
yeah.
what tell us what we want to know.
And to be honest, I don't even think she's still gonna tell like even more. I think her like I don't have secondhand embarrassment, but I know for sure Karen is embarrassed by all of this right now, especially like a woman of her age, no
Mhm,
shade, but like you're 61
mhm,
and you out here getting DUIs. Like when I associate DUIs with people, I associate it more with a younger group. And I
mhm.
feel like most of the time people who are older with DUIs are like alcoholics or
That's what
some.
it's given. This her second one at that. So definitely. And I think too, people are making a point like why she wouldn't just take a plea deal. And I saw someone's commentary like she might not have even been offered a plea deal because this is her second time getting a DUI.
Yeah.
It might have been like, no, we're not giving you no pass on this or no way out
Right.
of it. So that could be the reason why she didn't even have that option. So apparently, I think this is before they tape the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
It might come up on the reunion. If I was
It
Kim, maybe I would miss the reunion. I don't
it's
know.
more than likely going to come up on a reunion.
Mhm.
I've heard rumors about Karen might end up missing out on the
Yeah.
reunion because she doesn't want to be chastised
Mhm.
or, spoken to about it on a reunion. Um, I think I'm not gonna lie, like personally, I think it's cowardly.
Mm.
I'm the type of girl to show up. I'm gonna look my baddest. Cause if y'all gonna say anything about me on this day, the only thing y'all gonna be able to talk about is this damn DUI. Y'all not gonna say anything else. I'm gonna let the waist is gonna be set. I was getting the body cam footage would have dropped the other night. I was in the gym 6 a.m. the next day because I gotta have them give them something to talk about, something else. Like I would show up and I just personally feel like it's cowardly. Like I'm gonna sit on that stage and be like, I did
Yeah.
drinking. I
Mhm.
hit the thing. I was wilding.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
happening to the best of us. We're all humans.
Yep.
Next, Mia, what's up with you?
Yeah. See that. I can see that. I would definitely have like my spin. Like I would be at the team huddle. I need like my PR girl, my
Yeah.
Olivia Pope, my whatever. Like, okay, everybody, how we spin this? Like, what's the story?
How we gonna make this work?
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
I need one of the girls in the meeting. So okay, give me my rehearse reads, like what I need
Yep.
to, let's
Yep.
prepare. I will have so much stuff just loaded on
Yep.
how I need to talk about it, how I'm gonna flip it, and then if somebody come for me, this is what I'm gonna say back.
And I would literally also call up Andy Cohen. I
Yeah.
would be like, I need a contract renewal. I need an addendum or whatever the hell that
Back.
word is to my contract saying that we cannot, as a group, speak more than 5 minutes on the situation, which could cut to 2 minutes when you're editing in
Back.
the
And
production room. And
knowing
that's it.
Karen, she gonna put this in her negotiation for her next year contract. If y'all want me back to talk about my DUI, I need a
Yeah.
substantial increase because this is gonna be the whole next season.
Yeah.
It was this season. So
Yeah.
no, it's gonna be all of next season.
Uh,
And if she gotta go to do a little jail time, if she gotta, pay a little fee and all that stuff, like, oh, for sure. This is the biggest thing for their next season. So I need a
Prima girl out there, I hope she like, do I think that she should go to jail or would I would want her to go to jail? No, I
yeah.
wouldn't. But like, I hope if she goes, she only gotta go like 2 days a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Not no long stay. And I
Yeah,
think they'll
yeah.
put a little time on it.
A little fear on in her
Yeah,
heart.
just a little something. Free Karen till it's backwards, basically. Um, yeah, I
Oh my God, they gonna eat her up if she gotta go to jail. They're
would have
gonna eat her.
oh my God.
They're gonna be like, "You're a felon."
Yeah. Like, how do you guys feel about having a felon in the group? Like, oh, spare me. Because the crazy thing is, on the other franchise, the girls have rap sheets. Okay,
They
the
do.
girls have been
The
to jail.
mugshots are lengthy.
Every franchise got a few, got somebody that got something. So I saw somebody with rumors like, oh, Karen might get fired. I'm like, what?
Please
They not about to fire her
stop.
for this. They literally had what's the girl? Teresa, in New Jersey. Her
Mhm.
she was in jail, then the
She
husband
went
went
to
to
jail.
jail,
Her husband went to jail. All of
and
them.
she's still on the TV screen. Like, what are we talking about? We saw Jen Shaw get clink clink. Like, what are we talking about here? So she's not gonna get arrested. This is good TV. And then there's other, like on the other franchises, I want to say like Orange County or some, like there's women on there that have even been had DUIs and stuff. So I'm like,
Hmm. Hmm.
all right, this is TV, baby.
This is TV. And like, yeah, I think I did see someone say something like that, like, oh, Karen is they're gonna fire her because she can't get her behavior together or how this looks. I'm like, even if like the DUI happened before this season, oh no, it happened after the season, right? No, it was before this season
Oh,
started.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was before the season started. This entire season, the girl has been drinking ginger ales at every
Okay.
freaking event.
Okay.
Like, please, like, stop the madness.
And if if that held weight, like to your point, she crashed the car before filming started. I think that's why there's no like
Hmm.
Bravo cameras of it, and they had to reenact it or whatever.
Yeah.
So they would have got like she would have never had filmed this season because
Hmm.
technically she was charged with the DUI and waiting
Hmm.
on trial. So they let her film this season with the DUI. Now she just guilty.
She guilty. That's it. She did it. She did that shit.
She did it. And I mean, the girl was tore up. toe up, tore down, wig slipping to the back.
Wig slide.
Wig was
The
slide.
wig was in
Okay,
Africa.
the wig was
She
gone,
was-
baby. I don't see how that lady just. I would have gotten that cop car. This is never gonna happen to me. We don't want that. Like that's
Yeah,
not,
we know. Knocking on wood.
not what I'm saying. But like you get in that cop car, they let her sit in the front seat and everything. Like, girl, the slump you were supposed to just be out. Okay, you're supposed to be out. They were supposed to open the door and be like, "Okay, come on, get on out," and you just supposed to be like sleepy. Like, what is happening here? So more power, Karen. We, sending love and light your way. And the kids, Raven, everybody, that's close.
Raven seems fine. She popped up on my TikTok yesterday. She was getting dressed. Raven is fine.
Okay, so Raven's good. Shout out to the people of what's the thing, Surrey County. The
Surrey
love
County,
sending the love to
y'all
y'all.
ambassador is she's
Ambassador,
struggling.
toe up. So sending love to y'all. Speaking of jail, Peter Thomas. What's
Peter Thomas is going to the feds.
going to the big house.
18 months.
Eight
18.
locked up. Okay.
Just feel like I just feel like obviously like this is whatever, but after a certain age, y'all really cannot be going to jail, man. If my parents ever got arrested at this big age, I would be so pissed off. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Wrong with you? But his is like taxes, so that's any age.
Yeah, it really is any age.
You don't pay Uncle Sam, you going to jail. Okay. We don't care. We don't care how old you are. Um, and it always gave Peter a little scam himself. That's why Cynthia didn't want him to open up all bar ones and whatever he was.
Hmm.
Because you talk, and I think I listened a little bit to his clips he was posting about like how he ended up going to jail or whatever. And he was it's basically he didn't pay his employee taxes or something, withholding taxes for the employees. And it's like, you just get somebody else to do that. Like you
Yeah.
don't I don't understand why you're even like just get somebody to pay that for it, like figure it all out for you. But he was trying to pocket more money, like sit down. Now you're in jail. Now you're in jail. And I don't know what the like what's the plan after this? You get out and do what? Open another bar, open another what?
Oh, he need to close down them bars for good forever.
You need to just get out and go back and go to work. Just find you a truck driver job or I don't know,
Pull
working.
up them bootstraps.
Yeah, like you need to go get a trade and when you're in jail, find a trade and come out and do that. Don't start no more businesses. So yeah, I think that's it for our jail time.
Jail talk.
With jail talk right now, love after lockup segment of it. So I didn't watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City this week. I don't think you did either. I think this is when Bronwyn like talks a bit more about her relationship with Todd. I think that was the only thing that I saw that was really
Yeah.
something to talk about. But even still, she just was saying like Todd basically cheated on her before and she never feels good enough. She don't feel like she's good enough for the group.
Yada yada yada.
Yeah. Cool. So let's jump into Real Housewives of Potomac, the latest episode. So the episode starts with Mia taking her kids out on the obstacle course. And just to me, I feel like her son's commentary was,
No, it's great. I'm like, is he okay?
it was
Everything is
dark.
about like, oh, are you gonna die? Oh, you're gonna fall. Are you gonna this? Oh, you're gonna like, it's scary.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, if you fall like from here, you'll end up in a coma or something," or like it was just like to your point, like we're not joking anymore. Like, are we okay? Are we thinking about death a lot? Like, what's going on? So I think you asked a valid question in our notes, like, is the divorce impacting him? Because I can understand like kids say the darnest things, right? I
Mhm.
get that. But it was so much of it that it felt like, are you nervous about those things? These thoughts cross your mind that like someone's gonna get hurt or da da da? And I
Mhm.
think it could be the divorce.
Mhm.
impacting him. I also thought it was interesting. Them kids look just like Gordon. I feel like I don't see no Mia in him,
Mhm.
and I don't know if it's just like I haven't seen enough of Mia's like baby pictures or like how she used to look, but I don't feel like them kids look like nothing but Gordon. Like I don't even it don't even look like Mia was involved at all. So that's all I had on that one. So then we have Stacy, Giselle, and Karen meet up.
Mhm.
I feel like I miss Candace.
You
I
see it a lot in our
I do. I do. I feel like there's a certain energy missing. Like there's a certain spice, a certain hot sauce or something that we're missing right now because I'm I'm feeling like we're having the same conversations over and over again. Like
Mhm.
the story isn't progressing.
Yeah.
So like when they're sitting when they meet up, Stacey, Giselle, and Karen, um, I think the conversation is really around like this whole TJ thing again, right?
Mhm.
Like oh, you're
Mhm.
not TJ, you should find another, should date more people. And TJ might be dating other people, blah blah blah. But it's like we covered this already, guys. Like now,
Yeah.
like let's move on. There's no progress for me.
Yeah. And I also feel like too, like after a while, I'm gonna stop. I'm the type of person where if I already make my stance on something, I'm gonna stop talking about it with people, period. So the girl already made it very clear she gonna stick around with TJ. She keep inviting him everywhere. TJ is showing up. She's still like she's still talking to him. It's clear that she wants to deal with TJ. So then as a group, we just need to observe and then we set our piece and shut up. Like that's it.
That's
Like I
it.
don't understand why like it's a big thing. Like I think it is a better option for Stacy to expand and really put herself out there with other people instead of putting all her eggs in TJ's very feminine basket. But but at the same time, I'm not going to scream till I'm blue in the face. Life is going to teach you that lesson.
I agree. Why are we still talking about this? It's
Yeah.
like, and I feel like I have homegirls like that, right? Like we say something to them, we say our advice, we da da da, and then if you like, that girl ain't leaving that man,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm over it. I literally will say to myself, like, she ain't leaving that man, so moving on. Like, I just don't. It is what it is. So why we talk about this week over week? That's when I feel like, okay, I'm bored. Um, so then we have a shopping
See,
moment,
yeah.
shopping scene with all the girls. It was funny because Ashley's like, "Oh, this is who dresses me, or this is who
Yeah.
helps me get my outfits together." It's like,
Ashley doesn't dress like a 36-year-old. She
no,
dresses like in Shein couture, rainbow couture. Like that's what it gives.
it's
It's
giving
like
couture. I think
like
giving couture is giving her a lot. You're giving
and
her,
that's why I don't even want to say couture, but it's like every time she put on an outfit, it might not necessarily come from Shein, it might not necessarily come from Fashion Nova, and it might not necessarily come from Rainbow, but I can figure out who the vendor is because I've seen it on Instagram. She dresses Instagram like, and
yeah,
it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like she having a midlife crisis. That's why she dressed the way.
yeah. I think she still dresses like the pageant girl or like something like she dresses. You know what I think it is too? Like she's a petite woman, a small woman. Like she
Mhm.
dresses like she's still in the kids section or the teen section. It's like just because you can fit those clothes, you still need to dress like an adult. Like
Mhm.
it doesn't feel like you said, it doesn't feel mid 30s
Yeah.
headed to 40. Mother of two. Like it doesn't feel that.
Mhm.
Um, but to be hyping it up to that lady, like, oh, this is my fashions. I was like,
Girl, hire a new one.
hey,
Hire a new
you
one.
that
But
great.
speaking of fashions, my girl Giselle Snart, she looking a little bit better this season.
I agree. I agree.
Like, did I think her outfit was like uh Like, okay, when we go out, we always be like, well, what you wearing? Da 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 da, what you wearing? So we could kind of match the same aesthetic. So did I think her outfit matched the aesthetic of the girls? No. But did I think it was okay or appropriate for what a tr shopping trip is? I was like, yes,
Yes.
Giselle's doing a little something.
I think she's not dreadful. So it's like, wow, this is good. Like, you know,
So
and
now we're accepting all the parts of her.
yeah, yeah, like at
Now
least
we like her.
it's not awful. That's what I feel like my look is with her now. I'm like, that's actually not bad.
She's coming over to this side. We
Love
starting
that
to.
it's happening. But I will, she's not exactly on my good side because I feel like, and I think I made this note, like, where's all this heat she was talking like she had for Mia? Because she's
Mhm.
like, oh, when Mia called out the daughters in the last episode, huh?
So yeah, we didn't really see that.
So in the last episode, her confessional, she says like, "Oh, I'm just taking in everything she's saying because when I come, for you, I'm gonna really come for you, pretty much." Where the smoke at?
Hmm.
Because it's giving you didn't clock it when she said it, and then now it's like dead, like it's just like over now. And I
Hmm.
don't like that because you're supposed to be like some like villain, assassin type of girl.
Yeah.
I don't see that. So I'm a little hold off on being Giselle coming to the side. Honestly, is how I feel. Um, I did make a note on the fashion part again. Jacqueline just needs shapewear. Like, I don't think her body is bad. I don't think anything. It's just she just needs to shape it, like pull it together. And so then the clothes will fit and present a little bit better. So that was just my note for her. I think she's pregnant now. So does
She is
even
pregnant with her. I'm sorry, I didn't like her maternity photo shoot,
I didn't even
but
see it.
I saw it. It looked very Five Below. Let
Free photo shoot? I wouldn't know how to find her.
me see if I can see.
Oh God. Is her name Jacqueline Blake?
Yes,
Okay. Let me see. Which one are you talking about? The one with the lace?
the one with the lace with the flowers
That
and
is
like,
very Five
what is
Below.
this?
The one flower in each base.
Why is this like this?
I'm disappointed, Jacqueline.
I just feel like you didn't even get a full bouquet of roses. My girl
That's what
got.
I was gonna say. Can you see this? I was
I
like,
see it.
so I'm like how did turn the thing? Okay, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there we go. It was I literally was thinking like it's the one flower in each thing for me.
my
That's
girl got half a dozen of roses.
that's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven,
Six. She
six,
got six.
three. That's not three back there. Three, four, five, six, maybe eight. That's three, two, one, and two. And then she got a dozen because then they had to rip the petals off for the ground. So that's probably what they did. You know what I mean? They brought 12 and then put them in here and then but still, I'm not liking this.
And I know that like you are when it's not your first or your second, you don't feel like you need to go as hard or whatever. But yeah, no.
I would just don't set nothing up at all, honestly.
Yeah.
Or just take a picture in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Almost clicked the post. Um, just not the best. So then any other notes from the shopping trip?
Mia being messy, of course, telling Karen she's this kind of telling Karen she's gonna or asking Karen if she can bring Jacqueline as her plus one, which to me was like annoying because I feel like if you didn't get an invite, like why are you even bothering to ask? I would hate to think that like Karen was unintentionally not inviting Jacqueline. Like there was intention behind it. So
True.
I just feel like I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I didn't like that. And honestly, I mean, I know we're gonna talk more about it, but the whole Jacqueline pulling up to the thing, I'm not gonna hold you. That would have pissed me right off if I was Karen.
Absolutely. I feel like the reaction wasn't big enough because I don't like, don't mess with my home. Like, y'all can do a lot of stuff. My house, not one of them things. Um, I feel like Mia, her reason for wanting to invite Jacqueline is because Gordon couldn't make it, which whatever. And then Ink is getting an award. And I'm like, you're his woman. Why are you not going with him to get an award? But I guess the girls can't miss, the girls don't got no PTO. They can't miss like one
This is
filming
not a
day.
this is not a PTO kind of girl.
You can't miss one filming day to be with your man to get an award. So I was just like, why it gives weird relationship for me because do you really love him like you say you do? Because I would be with my man to get his award and I just be like, I'll see y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The girls need to check. Okay. I will also say I don't like Mia's wig. Uh, this new blonde. It's given sensational synthetic wig. And I don't like when the girls wear wigs without like a little face framing or a little like it can't
Mm-hmm.
put it on your head and then it's like straight like this. Like you need to give it a little. So, I think that was pretty much it. I didn't like the dress Kay modeled for everybody. I was like, that's a Shein dress. Like that's a dress I've seen all around, and everybody's like, oh, okay, okay. That's the IG boutique dress. So maybe this is where Ashley gets her fashions from, and maybe the lady just gets it from the boutique vendors and puts it in a store. Like,
Mm.
we just put all the pieces together on that. 'Cause I gave that. What's next? We have Kay packing for her.
Repeating. Do you think her brother's cute?
I think it's okay. I didn't really.
The girls are talking about how cute he was on Twitter.
I didn't. I don't even think I really locked in on him at all. And I'll be quite honest. I think I dozed out. I think one of my notes is like boring, boring, boring because I think I tuned out and then came back to it. Like literally sitting on the couch on my phone and I was like, oh crap, like I'm supposed to be writing notes about this and uh yeah, so I don't even think I remember his face right now. All I gathered from that scene is that I really hope Greg likes her in real life because it does not come off that way on camera. He seems very like I don't know his like snarkiness about her and like their future. It doesn't feel like I'm hoping you like her when the cameras are off and you're just awkward on TV. Obviously, we know he doesn't really support the TV show. Like he questioned if it's the show that's ruining all the marriages and um I just I hope he likes her more than what we see. Because
Mhm.
I'm not giving that.
I feel like I want to see him less.
Okay.
Like, and I think that maybe he's using this opportunity as like a way to promote his organization or something, but like I don't think we need to see him as much as we have. And I don't also feel like he's really adding to Kay's storyline like that anyway. So it's just like he can show up a little bit less, maybe once per season.
True. True. It's like if you don't like the TV show, don't be on here as much.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so clocked in, like a lot of scenes. Just we've seen other husbands like less. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm on here so much. Moving to another boring scene for me, Stacy and her aunt meet up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I literally had to rewind and go back because I got that distracted. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, it was just a whole nother thing. So she was talking about how she sees her aunt as like a sister, because of their closer in age, even though the aunt did look a little bit more older, but whatever, I digress. Um, then they were discussing the divorce, and her aunt was like telling her to put a time limit on it so it's not dragging out. And then they started talking about how it's been a long time since she's had any. Um, and Stacy then says like, "Oh, TJ." And the aunt is like, I want this to be more. I want to see y'all like together. And it might be a good idea that y'all aren't having sex. And I just felt like at the end of the day, Stacey, just do what the hell you want to do. Like, were you telling every Tom, Dick, and Harry who who you come across about this man and about the fact that you guys aren't having sex? And it's just getting tiring, bro. It's really getting tiring as to like just do what you want, babe. Do what you want.
Please, please just do what you want. And can we stop talking about it? For the love of God. Like this is what I'm talking about. The story doesn't move. Like we've already covered that point. So like the next time we talk about this, it needs to be, oh, okay, we did do it. Like something, like give me something, like move
Mm-hmm.
the story to something else. Now it's just like keep repeating to the next person that we're not doing it. And like, what? That's crazy. Um,
Yeah.
so then Giselle goes on a date. I was happy to see that for her. Um, I thought it was interesting. The girl can drink straight liquor on ice.
She was trying to get some. I
Ooh,
think
I was like, you
you
strong as
gonna do
hell.
that if you just trying to get drunk.
Ooh, I never have ordered mezcal on ice. Like, okay, like strong.
And mezcal is gross. I'm sorry.
It is. I hate it. And you could drink that just on ice. Wow, the stronger man than me. Um, are we liking Giselle in her dating era? This is obviously going to be a part of like her new story and like what we see of her on screen is finding herself as an empty nester and after the passing of her father. So
I do like her in her dating era, and I actually feel like she might need to be on like a cute little dating type of show. But what I wouldn't want the show, like it could be something like Queen's Court, but I don't like Queen's Court. So
I think me and my aunt watched the last season. Like it was on and then we got hooked on it.
Mhm.
Uh, but that would be a perfect show for her, actually. Another check. Love that for you, Giselle. So get another check. And I think that would be a perfect show for her. It's always like kind of middle-aged black reality TV star. That's her category. Like that's her whole wheelhouse. She's a beautiful woman. Perfect. Yeah, that's actually a good pitch. If you were her agent, that's absolutely what you should be trying to get her on. I would be like, we need to get you on here. Like that's
in that case, Giselle, if you looking for agent, manager, idea strategist, I'm
oh,
your girl.
honest. And if she end up on Queen's Court, they owe you some money because basically this was you pitching the idea.
Cease and
Um,
desist.
my note was I'm bored again, so I think I tuned out again.
No, but oh yes, that's the one thing that I think kind of got me a little tight is because she was like, "Oh, I need my man to be a little rough around the edges, be a little mean." And she asked him like, have you gone to jail?" And when he said no, like that was her response. And that kind of pissed me off because I feel like you are old and you have three kids. Why do you free my sisters from that mindset of needing a rough man, a mean man? Like you deserve to be in your soft era.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think a lot of people confuse toxicity with passion. And so that's why they look for somebody that's rough and da 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 da, because that's gonna feel passionate. Versus like to your point, the softness of like, nah, he just cool. Like we don't, life is great. And instead of soft girl does not mean boring or like less passion or whatever. It's just not toxic and not you know, you don't have to be rough. We're okay. It's fine. And you can still have a great time. I don't like him for her though. Like, I wouldn't put them two together.
Aw.
It didn't really give when I was looking at them. Like, is he younger than her? Like, I don't know if it's just like the look of them next to each other. I didn't, it felt a little bit like big sis.
No, no, no.
It didn't give to me like I would see them two and be like, oh, lovely couple. So, but he does make it to the Love Lagoon.
He
So let's
does.
get to
But he makes it to the Love Lagoon and she didn't tell him where she was going. Which to me is like, girl, how is you cool?
girl. Like what?
Oh, is you cool? You don't do that to no man. Like, you don't do that to anybody. But also, he's dumb as hell too, because I'm the type of person like, who all gonna be there?
Where's
What is
going?
it?
What is it? You said a Love Lagoon, huh? Like they just happy to be along for the ride. Um, so we got mermaids at the Love Lagoon.
We sure do.
We could have did without the mermaids, but it was cute, I guess, Karen. Having that. Ray seemed excited for the mermaids, not even gonna lie. Sorry, Ray. But Ray was like, oh, like, okay, calm down. I did want sis in the blue mermaid, the blue mermaid. Just give me a little wet and wavy moment. I didn't like the blonde wave. Um,
I I couldn't stand the mermaids coming out with the tail and literally jumping. Yeah, y'all would have had to pay me extra money to do that. There's no way I'm willingly doing that.
that was dumb. Like you said, like just come out, put it on, and then jump in the pool. But I guess this is what the girls do all the time. I think there's like a that's probably why the lifeguard was there because you're not supposed to swim with your like legs restricted like
Yeah.
that. Look at me acting like I'm a swimmer.
I know, right? You know something more than me, girl. Shoot.
But yeah, you're not supposed to swim with your legs like that. So that's probably why that boy was there as the lifeguard. The man was there. Sorry, keep calling boys.
That boy.
Um, that boy.
He did look like a little boy though.
Um, so guests start arriving, and I noticed a few things. One, like the invite said swimwear was encouraged. I think something like that.
Mhm.
Nobody's wearing swimwear. Like nobody has on anything. I think Jossie had it underneath a cover up, it looked like. But I'm like, black people are determined they will not go in the pool at a pool. Like, they not doing it. They not getting wet. Um, and then I think you made a note about TJ's walk. I didn't remember it. He
Oh no,
shaved, not
like
shaved?
he was giving. I was like, who is this diva? Who is this diva? You know how they be commenting that on the TikTok?
Yes, with the nail emoji. Uh,
Uh, listen, Stacy was strutting, and so was he. That's all I'm
and
saying.
so was he. Um, so can we? I'm trying to think of what's the main stuff on there because we have a lot of
It's
chat.
a me. I did put a lot in there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
You said Greg and Kay with a lack of color coordination.
No, how do you want to match with your man for events like this?
I would like I want to look coordinated. I don't know if we need to match, but like I want to look like we came together, like we got dressed together. We thought about what we was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're wearing a all white, and it's like a little orange in your sneaker, then I got an orange dress on. Like, okay, coordinated. Something
Mm-hmm.
like that, I don't think we need to match, but They seem like they like are two different people. Like you was at that house, you was at that house, and then we just
Yeah.
came together. Versus like y'all closets is next to each other. Y'all live in the same house, like whatever. I feel like with my man, I would ask like, okay, what you thinking of wearing to the Love Lagoon? Like, oh, I'm thinking of this. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cute. I was thinking of this. So,
I'm not asking my man. I'm telling him, hey, I picked out your clothes.
okay, this is what you're gonna wear, okay?
This is my friend's event. I picked out your clothes. It's right there. You're not about to embarrass me.
That on. Thanks. I'm usually like, yeah, like so I was thinking of wearing this. So if you have anything with like hunter green in it, something like that, try to coordinate it. Um, why I don't so I didn't miss this. Why was Wendy calling Ashley's guy a lateral move?
Because he's white, he's basic, and it's pretty much the same thing as freaking Michael Darby.
Hmm.
He ain't no better. He just a little younger.
Is he rich though? Because it ain't giving that lateral.
He ain't rich at all. You could
So
tell he ain't rich.
it's not giving lateral. Maybe like you said, lateral on the looks wise. But I think he looked better than Michael Darby.
I I mean, I
Or
don't
he
know.
looks younger than Michael Darby.
He looks younger than Michael Darby, but I don't find him cute at all. And I think if it's anything, like I can find a good looking white man.
Facts.
I can spot a good looking white man. Neither of the two are meeting the criteria.
Okay. So that's a lateral move. I'm like, okay, I guess. Um, where
Oh, then the question
I was
was
literally about to say that.
the question about damn, what was the question?
Uh,
Would you cheat? It wasn't the
yes,
cheating
it
question.
was a cheating one.
It was a cheating question? Okay.
Was so the cheating question was the first question Karen asked. It's like, do you think your partner has cheated on you?
Mm-hmm.
So Ray says no, he doesn't think Karen has cheated on him. And then Karen says so Karen says she doesn't think Ray cheated on her. So then
Mm-hmm.
Ray's like, I don't think Karen cheated on me. And like Karen never really was like, of course not. She just kind of was like, "Mhm." So I was like, okay, Karen. Um, then we get to Stacy and TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody starts with like, oh, but y'all aren't in a relationship, so how could it be cheating?
Mm-hmm.
That's when TJ was like, yeah, you're right. Like, it wouldn't be embarrassing. Like, just very weird that display. And I feel like TJ, he knows the cameras are on, so he is like he's acting too much for me.
Yeah,
Like, and I'm in those moments, act like my man. Don't act like nothing else. Okay? Like don't put on,
right.
don't put on no performance for these people. Don't do that.
Don't piss me off.
Piss me off real bad. Speaking of piss me off, Jazzy and her answer to the question.
I just also want to say she might be on her way out because we ain't seen her in a while.
Nope.
So her even showing up to this event, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot you exist. But go ahead.
You back on the show? Okay, cool. For her to say out loud, she thinks her man has cheated on her. I'm okay. I don't mind standing 10 toes on something. I'm like, if I said it, okay, I said it. Da da da. I would lie. I would lie answering that question. If I thought my man cheated on me, I don't know that I could stand 10 toes down in front of a group of people and say, like, yeah, I think he has cheated on me. It just feels like, are you a glutton for punishment? Like, do you like being embarrassed? Because now you have to sit next to this man in front of this whole judgmental group. And in her confessional, even she's like, he did lie about a baby. So I mean, what else could he have done? Like he could have cheated. I don't think you need to be that honest with us. I That's just how I feel. Like you gotta go home with him. You gotta stand next to him. I don't think I would have shared that as a friend of the show. On top of that.
I think that she just was trying to beat them to the punch. I
Okay.
really do. I think she was just like, let me beat them to the punch because I don't want to them to bring it up because she already been flip-flopping with the whole story as is. So yeah. That was just my thoughts on it. I mean, I agree. I wouldn't bring it up. I don't need to. Everybody here knows. So what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? And technically, when she told the last version of the story, she was saying it as though he didn't cheat on her because it was like they weren't really committed. They were da 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 da. And she found out that the girl was pregnant after the like. So really, you should have just kept the delusion going and being like, no, I don't think he's ever cheated. Like, yeah, I know he had the whole baby thing, but that wasn't with me.
Mm-hmm.
Delusional, but it's consistent. And that I would have probably respected more than the answer she gave, like, yeah, I think he's a cheater. That was weird. And then we keep going around in a circle. Eddie's like absolutely like does not play about Wendy. Didn't cheat, she didn't cheat. Cool. Mia gets to the question, and I feel like Stacey kept like, well, like trying to point out, like, well, didn't
Yeah,
you?
she's guilty.
Yeah, and I'm like, Stacey, she has a boyfriend while being married. She's talking about two men right now.
He
Like
literally was. Literally was.
it was like, Stacey, you don't have to call it out, babe. Like we all like we
We
know.
know. We
You
know
know,
the girls in it.
like we got it. Um, so then the next question, now we're gonna go, I think they go the opposite way on this question. And it was, are you dominant or are you submissive in the bedroom? Uh I think my note went out of order, but Kay starts it off and she's like, "You could learn something, TJ, or something, or like
It was weird.
make some reference to TJ." And TJ's like, "I'm not a virgin." And it was like, period.
I know that's right.
Like y'all ain't teaching me nothing. I'm just not sleeping with her. But I done did the do. Um, so I thought that was funny. Kay, I don't remember everybody's answers, but if we're going around, we do get to Mia, and Mia like says, "With this man, I'm this way, but with that man, I'm that way." I thought that was the tackiest thing I've ever seen on my television screen.
Yeah. It's not like you talking about like your random exes. You're literally talking about two men that you're you at one point were doing a do it multiple times at the same time, multiple times in your life.
Wow. And
Yeah.
you're married to one and a girlfriend to the other one at the same time right now as we speak.
And that's illegal.
The tackiest thing I've ever seen. And it's like, you're doing this out loud? Like, have we no shame? Have we
Mm.
no shame? So that was weird for me. Wendy saying she's submissive, yeah, that was obvious. And what's the name? Eddie being dominant, like, yeah, that was
We know.
obvious. What was it? What other girl surprised me? Not surprised me. We get into Ashley dipping in the lady pond. That's and Ashley's like, with women, she's dominant. With men, she's submissive.
Shut up. Shut up. Dada, shut up. Shut up. Piss me off.
Okay.
Cause girl, nobody care. And you 36, like flaunting and stuff. Like, shut up. With two kids at home. Shut
I
up.
don't remember them really talking about that before. Have I missed that? That
I
she
feel like it's like a thing that she's freaky, but like, I don't know.
okay. Um, who else? We keep going, keep going, keep going. I thought TJ had like a sassy answer. So Stacey said something like, "Oh no, I'm dominant," and
And
TJ's
he said, if you think you're going to dominate me, it
like,
sounds just straight out of a sitcom. I was like,
yeah, exactly, exactly. That's exactly what I said. Like you went straight into acting. It's like, okay, and my line is, "You ain't gonna dominate me." Like, what, who says it? You weren't even talking with that accent this whole time. And it was okay, TJ. I wish we saw TJ less too. You want to see Greg less? I want to see TJ less. We see him a lot, and I'm not a fan of seeing him no more. Um, and then the last person to answer, we get around. Ray is really cute. I think I'm gonna add Ray to my top husbands because he really is a cute old man. When he was like, now back in the day, Karen used to tear me up.
I know that's right, Miss Karen. Shoot, you better throw it the F back.
Okay. That being said, I gotta marry this girl. I put it on him, make him want to marry me, is what Karen Huger did. And that kind of wraps up the questions, whatever. Then we have your friend, Jacqueline. Jacqueline.
I don't want nothing to do with Jacqueline and her tacky ass coming up in there with some freaking balloons and a dog. How dare, it's one thing if you bring you, but how dare you bring your little mutt to my yard? And if he shit, you better pick it up before I throw it at you in your car. Oh my God. Sorry. I was in character.
We have Karen, I mean, not Karen, Jacqueline pulling up to Karen's home with 8 balloons to represent the 8 citations. And she had a luau like lay thing on and a dog, and she pulls up to spread love. I thought it was corny and obviously like prepared by Jacqueline and Mia, like quite obviously, like rehearsed, thought out. You know what would be funny if you came to the lagoon with balloons for the citations and you like came to the party anyway. Like y'all prepared that. And honestly, when the girls started taking the balloons, everybody would have got cussed out. Everybody would have got cussed out. I would have literally said, anybody that took a balloon, you could go too. Because I wasn't happy about, don't play with me. Like, don't play. Y'all can play about a lot of things. Don't play at my house. Don't play.
Yeah. If I told you not to come to my house, duh, 911, hello.
Hello.
Hi, invader, trespasser, kidnapper,
Not going down. Not
terrorist.
to me, I'm not clocking that I'm on a TV show no more either.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't give a damn if you my coworker or
I
not.
don't care. Get out of here. Who let you
911,
escape?
I'm in distress
Okay. Someone is
in
correct.
the middle of an invasion. The cops is going to show up. I'm gonna be looking perfectly fine, but she's here invading the privacy.
I don't want her on my property. Thank you. Like, absolutely not. I don't play that. I think I heard a clip or something where Karen says to Jacqueline, like, and I'm suing you. And so somebody in the
I did too.
comments said releasing balloons is illegal in Maryland.
Yes, that's bad. She said he.
They could get her for that. I'm like,
No, they Karen said it's bad for the environment and for the birds and all of the animals. That was hilarious.
Karen's
That was
crazy. Um, but also that whole just little scene was a little corny. Um, and so I go back to my original point. We need Candace because I feel like we need somebody in these like zany moments or like in these scenes to take it there. Like we
Mm,
haven't had a battle yet. Like we haven't had a good back and forth in a while. You know, I think back to what's the trip they went on for? It was Wendy's birthday, but Mia hosted it.
mm-hmm.
That was the last time we had like a fiery back and forth. That's when Kay's like, "Don't talk about my star." Like that's the last time we had a good back and forth. I feel like now we just watching because we watching because it's on every Sunday, and I need a little hot sauce on what I'm seeing because now I don't got it. So I miss you, Candace, and nobody else does.
You do. You
I
do miss her a lot. And it's okay. I miss Candace too, but I'm also happy for the peace that she has right now.
Yes, agreed, agreed, agreed. It's nice. Mommying. Was I on her page the other day? What was I on her page for? It was her birthday recently.
Was it? She's a Sag. That would make me sad.
Think I was on her page for something. Somebody else had posted her instant. No, it was her birthday, December 14th. That's a Sagittarius.
Yes.
Yep, that's her.
Sagittarius.
She turned 38 years old. Yep, that's why I was on it. I'm like, why was I just looking at her page for that? Whew. All right, have we got it covered?
Did it.
There's
We
no
did
preview for
well.
next week. We just got a to be continued, so we shall see.
TBD. We shall see.
Shall see. So with that being said, we love you guys. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.